form where it is liquid methane coursing through its veins or whatever circulatory system it has.
Yeah. So I really hope that kind of weird life exists on Titan. The challenge is I actually have a bit of a hard time formulating an hypothesis that it could exist. So, for example, Europa and Enceladus, we can say...
Why should nature care what you have a hard time figuring out? Are you the metric of what exists in the universe?
You're 100%
I know you
right.
wrote a book on it and everything. I get that, but still.
Right. But when we do experiments, obviously with a scientific method, you formulate an hypothesis.
Yes.
And so I can formulate a hypothesis that life on Earth is based on liquid water, a suite of elements, and some energy to power life. I can then look at worlds like Mars and Europa and Enceladus and say, check, check, check. Now there's a fourth element there of time and stability that we can come back to, and there's some differentiation. But Mars, Europa, and Enceladus, I think we can check the box on liquid water and the other keystones for life. With the liquid methane on Titan, it's hard for me to say, based on what I know of life on Earth, or even oil fields on Earth, that a hydrocarbon liquid could give rise to life. And here's the sort of key chemical difference. Liquid water is a polar solvent, right? So in liquid water, we can dissolve other polar compounds.
It's the shape of the molecule, right?
That's right. It gives a little plus minus.
It's got hydrogen and oxygen and two hydrogens coming off at an angle there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we get the electrons get sort of preferentially positioned such that you end up with a plus and a minus with the water.
So just correct my chemistry if I get it right. So if the two oxygens were sticking straight out on either side, then the molecule itself would have no polarity. In that sense, correct? And that is, there would be no difference between one orientation and another, and water would lose all of its really cool properties that we cherish.
Well, the positive and negative actually comes a little more from the hydrogen and oxygen differentiation, right?
Well, so it's not the angle that they're coming down?
The angle plays a little bit, but the...
Okay, that's just thanks for filling in my chemistry.
Yeah, if you split it down the middle, like the oxygen is on one side of the V and the hydrogen is on the other. Yeah, and so if you flattened it out, you would definitely affect the charge distribution.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And it wouldn't be as effective at things we care about. Yeah.
Yeah, and certainly, when it comes to ice, you wouldn't get that beautiful hexagon.
So you can see they're talking about Europa. They're talking about the different planetary alignments and their orbits. We've already seen alien behavior on Earth. And you know this because the way that you form a thought is beyond calculation. You can talk for 2 hours straight and you would have said 1,000,000 of words. And you wouldn't know what words you were going to say next. You wouldn't know how to say it. You wouldn't know how to read it from a book. You would just know that you said a bunch of words. And you would have made you a book. This is how intellectual humans are, in that we are incapable of not only just being a neighbor, but we're capable of being an alien. So they say, are we going to see them by 2031? I think we've already seen them. If you have autistic people in your family, you're looking at an alien right there. If you have someone that's schizophrenic in your family, you're looking at an alien right there. I want to know if we'll be able to travel outside of Earth in a residential capacity by 2031. I think we should have already been able to do that already. With as many apps that we have out here and developers and software engineers, we should have already been able to travel outside of Earth. So they're talking about this right now. I'm going to look at more videos on this channel, and I'm going to see if I can find some interesting content, because I want to go back on that website and see what can I find. I want to know if we can travel outside the Earth, because everybody doesn't want to be on Earth right now. We want to be able to pick up and leave as we can. because like right now people are facing the fact that, you know, if we can't pay our rent, we can't pay our mortgage. If we can't do anything as having freedom, if we can't find a job, people are committing suicide. You know what I mean? Because they don't have any other options. So like if a person can travel outside of America, travel outside of Earth, travel outside of this galaxy, and land on a planet like what's the close orbiting planet right now? Probably Mars. Land on Mars, land on Venus. You know what I mean? So like it's possible that we can do this. People talk about Earth being hot. It's really hot on Venus, because Venus is very close to the sun. So, but you'll see like life start to pick up, and like it's interesting because like you see how the Earth orbits at a distance that is like just convenient more so than the other planets. It's as compared to the sun. That's that's by not coincidence. You know what I mean? That's not by coincidence. They're able to do this because Earth is ran on a computer system. Its orbit is set on default. Earth is right around the sun. It has enough life. It's cold during the winter months. It's hot during the summer months. So like it's complete. And you're gonna see this right now. Like right now is on the outer layer of the sun. So like it's gonna be cool for like 3 or 4 months. But then you're gonna start to see it pick up. It's gonna get hot once it gets right back around the sun orbit. So you can see that right now. Like you can be your own meteorologist. You can be your own forecast teller. Your forecast teller if you wanted to. Like you can do these things. All you have to do is just know the science and know which planets are coming and which planets are orbiting. You can do it on your own. But like, I want to see if we can get this accomplished though. Can we leave Earth by 2031? Great peace, Yakoki.